Hi, I'm Captain John Fulweiler, and this is David King. Welcome to the Light Tackle Angler Fishing Report. Where do you want to start today, David?
Let's start down off Stewart today and Trey maybe inshore today.
This is my turn.
Start
okay,
off
sounds
inshore.
good. John B's Fly and Light Tackle. He says that there are a lot of pompano down there. He's using a double secret jig again, and I haven't gone down to get it. I have to get one so I can
put
catch
that on the air.
pompano
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
exactly.
He said the sailfish flats are good. Up near Hell's Bay is real good, and the trout fishing is really starting to pick up. How about offshore?
I think offshore, Stuart, we've been having similar reports to last week. Peck's Leg's hot.
Peck's Leg
mackerel, blue runner, a few bluefish mixed in. One day, you know, they come pouring in there when the water's nice, the water cools down, when the wind changes, and the fishing seems to slow down a little bit. But like now with this west wind, the macks are probably in there again. It'll make that water real calm along the beach.
Yes.
Offshore, they caught quite some good fish, you know, out in 120 to 200 feet. There was kingfish action on the bar. It wasn't great, you know, but they had some nice fish because we had a little spell of bad weather and then good weather. So you've got the kingfish, you've got the dolphin and the sailfish, and 120 to 200 feet. Also, up at the 160 line, which is just a little bit south of Stewart, they had a real good dolphin bite in like 160 feet up there. So that was good. That was kind of the best of the offshore in the Stewart area.
How about Port St. Lucie? Let's go next. Billy Bones says inshore, again the pompano, there's macks inside, and bluefish. He said look for the birds. That will kind of tell you where the bluefish and the mackerel are because they're chasing those little minnows.
Right.
I went out this last week and there were just millions of those little bay anchovies, and boy, they were just getting attacked. Everything loves to eat.
Throw them in the boat and they just throw those minnows all over your boat, so you know exactly what they're eating.
Let's see, what else? The bridges have been real good for black drum, especially like the Roosevelt Bridge. Little pieces of shrimp down there seem to work about the best. The sheep's head, for some reason, aren't quite as good. I think it's getting warm and getting cold, and
well, what I'm hearing too is the sheephead are pushing up on the flats now. I don't know if that's where they spawn, so they're starting to push up on the flats. A lot of the people on the flats boats have been seeing them like all over in the grass flats. So
I have been too, and I just thought it wasn't deep enough around the docks.
I think that's what they're on the flats right now. I mean, lots and lots of reports of the sheephead up on the flats.
Good, sounds good. How about offshore, like, and I guess Port St. Lucie? It's right in the middle.
It's between the two, but I mean that's kind of where that 160 action was out of Stewart. You either run south from Stewart or north from Stewart or south out of Fort Pierce to that 140, 150, 160 line. There's a nice drop off right there where I think the eddies come in a lot. That's where that 160, 180, 200 feet, that's where the sail activity, the few dolphins that are coming back down have been coming in that area. That's where most of those weed line edges and those current edges have been hanging, right? After it comes around like where the Mullipen is in the 100s in Fort Pierce, the eddies seem to turn in right there. That's always been a good area to catch your pelagic fish coming down. Sailfish activity's still been good on the ballyhoo. Live bait's picking up, so the offshore anglers are going to be a lot happier. They had good reports of cigar minnows and sardines this week, which that's the first to hear of the good bait pods showing up, so that's a good sign.
Okay, out of Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce. You want to do inshore?
I'll do inshore.
Okay.
Like I was just talking about, those minnows seem to be everywhere. This last week when I went, when I was kind of just looking on the flats, I saw lots of snook way up in the warm water.
Wow.
Nice fish, probably slot-sized fish, but you can't keep them right now anyway. Snook season is closed. Trout season has opened, so we did catch some bigger trout. The bigger trout tend not to school as much as those little fish do. You catch them here and there. I did some video. I took some kids out fishing, and a girl named Lexi, she caught a nice big trout and released it right at the boat, which was kind of neat. The ladyfish are still here, real good. Pompano, come and go. They're really hard to target. And I guess now offshore.